Okay, so this is Stephanie. She's from Pennsylvania. A small town in Pennsylvania, right?
Yes.
And this is Mary. She's from Karud.
California. I told you, you can be other person. You can be a new person here because no one know you, no one know your past. And I don't want to tell my past was bad. No, it was amazing. But I can be a real new Neri here, and that is amazing.
Okay, cool. So going off of what Neri just said, I think that even inspires me because you realize that when you're put in this new position, there is good, there is bad. But you realize that you're more capable of doing things that you didn't believe that you could do before. You know, it's like this inner strength. I think.
I definitely think it's like the most empowering experience because I actually didn't think I would be able to learn French.
Me too. It's impossible.
I'm
so
29 years old.
Yeah.
I only ever spoke English. Now I live to another country and I'm surviving in another language. So it's actually really empowering and I feel more empowered now, like you said. They're kind of like, oh, what other possibilities? Like, what are these goals that I kind of were thought I wouldn't be able to do before? I'm kind of pushed out of my comfort zone. Looking at new opportunities.
Exactly. That's the thing. When I left America, I was talking to my friends, before I left, and I was like, I don't want to go to this new country, have a new life, and do the same thing. Yeah. This is an opportunity for growth, you know, in different areas of life. Yeah, exactly. And we're working on that.
Yes.
We're going to this.
Other thing I don't like here is the cliches.
Okay, like what?
Because I think the people from America Latin have more cliches than people from other countries. Well, maybe the people from Middle East have cliches too, but for people from my country, always is the girl who wants to marry with someone, or is the girl who wants to show many parts of the body for be attractive or something like that. I feel that since the beginning because I met my boyfriend 4.5 years ago. And at the beginning, my parents-in-law say, okay, take care with her because maybe she wants to be pregnant and solve her life. Okay. Wait a minute. My boyfriend was, I'm older than my boyfriend and he was studying. I have already a career. I was working, giving money to my family. I don't need nothing from him. Yes, was handsome for me. I was in love about him, but the thought of my family-in-law was she want to be pregnant for solve her life.
Like you're using him.
So people are just putting on stereotypes on you.
So
okay, that must be
it's impressive how they speak in that way about us. But I think if I'm from Holland or Alemania or something like that, they don't say that thing. Yes, they will feel the others are exactly the same, but me from Latin America, I'm less than them. I can be only for love because I need something for them, and it's very hard. It's very sad because maybe there are people like that, but not only in my country, or not only in Latin America, maybe in Europe, maybe in Asia, I don't know, but why you feel the people from Latin America want to store something or
but in
they
a
need
way,
something
that's a
from
teaching moment because I think that you're teaching them that, no, that's not true. Yes. And they're getting to know you for who you are. And it's like, not everyone's the same, not everyone wants the same things.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
So it's a teaching moment.
I prove them I'm not like that. But it's sad because normally you don't need to prove anything.
Yeah, I guess I'm kind of scared too about people thinking oh, you just are following Sephora because she's this exotic mystery, you just want to move to France, you just love her because she's French. And it's I guess I'm kind of scared of people thinking that about
you don't have your own.
It's no, I love her. It's not just because she's French or not because it's this experience oh, I get to move to another country. It's that's not why I did it.
But if you saw it the other way,
too hard for that.
Because it's good to see the other way. I think okay, you have so less confidence in your son for think someone will be in love of him only for the status, so you are giving less value to someone because you think that girl only be in love of him for the money or for the nationality of person. So how you make me feel the people who are here and listen you saying that. So in that case, I always say to my boyfriend, I'm in love of you, and you even don't have money. When I was in love of you, you was younger than me, you don't have nothing to offer me, but I was in love for you, for yourself, for your heart, for your soul.
And you don't have to defend yourself for that. At the end of the day, it's like, that doesn't matter what people think. And that is like another growing thing I have to learn. It's like, okay, I'm confident in myself. I don't have to care what people think. People might think I'm stupid. People might think I'm using her. It's like, no, I know.
She knows and you know.
She knows, he knows.
Yeah.
So you do kind of like grow in a way. It's like, okay, you need to like find your strength kind of in yourself or your partnership.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. I think with time things get better, and you know, and people get more accepting. I think
they're gonna get used to the idea. Maybe they think it was just gonna go away. Like,
I guess I was thinking like from the family's point of view, or from people in France, like their point of view as someone like us coming here, like what would that look like? And I think you were right about like the stereotypes, the cliches, the judging, like not really knowing, and that's really difficult. A lot of judgment, and I try not to take that too personally, right?
It's hard to not.
It's hard to not, but you can't really, because then it'll kind of drive you
and
crazy.
It's not only for us. I think the French people, I won't put all in the same bag. Yes.
I have a question. We've been here for a year, right? Over a year. We've had our struggles, our great times. If you can go back in time, would you do anything differently? That's a big one. I guess I can start a little bit, because before I moved here, I had a friend who was a foreigner in America, and she was like, Des, it's going to be very difficult for you to find a job, the language, this and that. I was like, no, I'm in love. Everything's going to be perfect. Don't worry about it.
No, I'm in love. Everything's going to be perfect. Don't worry about it. And I was telling you yesterday.
It's harder than I thought it was. And I was like, well, would I make the same decision? Honestly, yes, I would, because I wouldn't be able to be with my partner. But you know what I would have done differently? I would have learned the language before I came. I had time to at least get the basics down, so maybe when I came here, it wasn't going to be so new and difficult for me. I don't think there's any, like, what do you think? Like, is there anything you could have done differently, or you wish you would have?
Yeah, like, I felt like it wasn't an option. Like, whenever I thought about, okay, maybe I could just date somebody in the States. Like, no, like, I found somebody that loves me. I love her too. Yeah. Like, it's not really an option. Like, it's like, no, like, I want my life to be with this person.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I definitely would have come to France, just because, like, I think the most important thing in life is your family and your friends.
Yeah,
and support
and you create
family.
that. Yeah.
I guess language, sorry.
Oh, no, go on.
Answer the question.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know. Because I feel like I don't speak French as well as I would like to.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if I went back in time, I would have studied harder or pushed myself harder, because part of it, to me, I feel like is just time.
Yeah.
And as much as you study and as much as you practice, like, it also is a factor of, like, you just need more time practicing. You just need more time.
It's a part of the experience.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if I could have, because it was just so stressful. I don't know.
No, I get it.
I wish I could speak better French, but if I did it again, I'm not sure what I would change to make it better.
Maybe it wouldn't change anything.
I mean, I would like to be speaking French better at this point, but I'm not sure what I could change to make it, like, would it just be like more hours, or would it just be refusing to speak English?
Okay.
I don't know, like, because for me, not speaking English was making me feel like I was losing my identity.
Yes. Yeah.
So I was like, oh no, I have to speak English.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna like
to express
lose
yourself.
myself. I want to express myself.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if I could have changed it.
Okay.
I have to think about this more. Mary.
Okay, I think well, my worst problem here was the paper, so I come here like a tourist. But with the idea in my mind, stay here with my boyfriend was the idea since the beginning. But I thought could be easier if I come here and I'm married, or I do something for stay together. But it's not the reality. Here the papers take a long time, so maybe I can do the visa for study in my country and come with the papers already done, for maybe do renovation here. Could be more easier than come like a tourist and stay. Was a mistake. I think if I can change something, I change that, because now it's very hard to wait and
things take a long time here.
A long time. It's crazy. It's crazy even for receive a paper from the state. You take 3 months or 4 months, and it's a simple paper saying you are not married or something like that. It's crazy. Yes, I'm impatient like you.
Yeah.
So sometimes I really cry for because I can do nothing. Only wait, and
gonna
it's
stop.
my life here.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah,
wait.
exactly.
So I think I could change that if I do this again.
Yeah. Is there anything else that you guys want to add to this conversation?
Okay, if you are in love with someone from another country, like everyone's experiences are different. So just because these are our experiences doesn't mean it's gonna happen
Exactly.
with you.
Yeah.
But language, I would say, is gonna be the most important difference in your life.
I think that you kind of like learn as you go because you can't prepare yourself mentally really to move to another country. So I think it's just like being present and doing the best you can.
Yeah, putting yourself out there as much as possible. Like, I think I didn't try as much. Maybe that's why I didn't learn quicker. Like, I had friends that were like, okay, I'm in France, like Jean-Claude. It's like,
Yeah.
I'm only gonna speak French while I'm here. It's my goal.
Yeah.
And so he learned a lot quicker. So maybe if I just pushed myself harder.
He didn't have the
I might have
option
cracked
to
though.
not speak
You
French
guys
though.
should.
Yeah, but we
Yeah.
had that option, so we kind of like,
Yeah.
this is the
But
easier way.
really,
but-
we are lucky because our couples are very protective. Our couples are very comprehensive. I never feel to no one. Our couple say, okay, stop to speak in English, speak French, or
You're very
be mad
patient.
for that, or go to find a work, or I can continue
Because they love us.
support
Yeah.
you. No, but they are couples who don't share a lot of money. They care a lot of the
Very
work and say,
selfish.
okay, I can help you until this month. I love you so much, but I can't with all the
Like if you don't find a job in like before February, you're gonna go
Yeah.
back home.
Oh my gosh,
Buy your
yes,
plane
because
ticket.
I can't
Like,
continue like that. or
yeah, it's
something.
difficult. No,
Um,
we're not in that boat.
and we are lucky because our couples are not like that, and
Yeah.
I think that give more made more easy our life. But in the other case, we are so comfortable, so we don't do a lot of effort.
I have a really big question
Maybe.
to ask you guys. So you know, like people meet like people, right? And they want to move to this country for them. Was it an easy decision for you to move here, or was it like red flags, different? Like what was it in the decision making process to like move your life? Was it easy for you?
No, because my entire life I always felt like kind of like career first. Like I'm not
Okay.
gonna change my life for like some love. Like I'm kind of like anti-romance.
Yeah.
So to realize like, oh, I am gonna move to France not because I have a job. I'm moving to France because of this person.
yeah.
That was a weird thing to wrap my mind around. I felt like I'm committing career suicide. I'm
yeah.
never gonna have a career path again. Like what if I never find a job again?
That's a big deal.
It was weird to wrap my mind around, but then at the end of the day, it's like, what's important?
Right.
Like, I feel like when you like look at videos of like older people, they'd be like, I wish I didn't focus so much on my career. It's like, no, I don't. I guess I think people are more important than career.
Yeah.
So it was weird
That's
to
really interesting.
kind of like understand. And I had friends questioning me like, oh, why are you doing this?
Oh my god, you can find someone here. Why do
you
you
guys
that?
find someone here? I don't know. Yeah, so it was weird to wrap my mind around. Like, I'm doing this for a person, not because like it's benefiting like
Yeah.
I don't know.
I guess for me, it was like I was going through a time in my life where I was questioning everything and like what made me happy, like you said. And I was so much more open than I've ever been. And I think I was like, if I want to do it, let me do it. I don't want to think about it, you know? Well, I think about it, of course, it's a big decision. But I don't want my fear to hold me back.
Oh yeah.
And fear is a big thing because people around you put their fears on you of what can go wrong. And I didn't want to take that. I wanted to follow my intuition and follow my heart. And it was a good decision that we made, I think. How about you?
For me, it was a little different because I had a big relationship before, and I was scary to have a total confidence in someone and change my life for someone. That was before I met Jibe. When I met Jibe, in all the moment I say, okay, I will never change my life for someone. never, because I do that before and was so bad. And, well, was the idea. But I met Jibe, and in my life,
It doesn't
Is it
like
done?
stagnant?
Oh no.
in my life, what does the idea don't change for no one, but really was not so hard to change because he was all the time so sweet, and we already have 3 years for internet, and someone must to move, or him to Peru, on me to here, and for me it was very good new experience because I don't have kids. I think if I have kids or something like that, could be difficult to change all that. But in my case, was my mother, my sister in my country, my niece, and I think okay, they have their own life, and me are alone here. So why I won't move in a country pretty like France? My biggest fear was that people don't accept me. That was really difficult to think. My mother always said me, no, you are a very good person, and you have that energy. The people like around you. For you, it's easy make friends. But you don't know because the culture are so difficult, so different. So different. So that was my biggest fear. But I never thought on come with Jibe because really he deserved all that. And yes.
So with all of this, like, do you really see your life in the future here in France, or do you think that you want to move back to your country with your partner? Like, do you feel you can have your life here?
Yeah, okay. Well, I don't know where we're gonna end up. I don't feel really like we have to stay in France.
Okay.
I don't really feel like our future is gonna be in the United States, just because I don't feel like attached in that way. I don't feel like, oh, I really need to be in America, in the United States. So I'm really open. Like, we might be in France, we might be in another country. I'm okay with that.
That's cool. How about you?
Well, we think and we spoke many times about go to take lessons the English in England 3 months.
Wow. Oh, cool! That's nice.
And work on back work because Yube could be independent. He don't need to work because he's nurse, so he can work for himself. Then go to learn Italian in Italy.
Wow,
He lived 3 months there. Or working whatever. I can work in a hotel because they are places more touristic than in my village here. Is very petite. They are not so much to do. For people with many languages, it's more easy to find in tourist work, tourism work opportunities. So what's the idea? But finally, my life, yes, I think here.
Going back to like another question from behind. I just feel like as we're talking about like how did our life change?
Yeah.
I think something that surprised me the most is that how I feel like it didn't change. Because I feel like people were like telling me like one of the biggest things was like, oh, you really didn't ever live with your partner before, so maybe you should try to find different apartments. Like, you know, maybe like you need to like figure it out more. So like life's gonna change so much. Like. And actually, I felt like it just felt so normal living with Sephora. And even though it was another country, this is like another like world. It's just like, no, actually it feels so normal.
I guess it's like maybe living with a partner and moving would put pressure on their relationship. Is that where they were coming from? Like,
yeah, I guess they thought that like, oh, you might not know this person well enough. And
like when you live with someone, you get to know them more. And that might not be a good thing.
That wasn't the case for our relationship. Like we did 3 years long distance, and I feel like we went through a lot and we really knew each other, and it just felt so natural, like I was coming home.
That's the same thing with me. Like it was never like a, oh my god, I realized my boyfriend's this, way, this way, I can't deal with it. It was just so natural and normal. It wasn't a big deal.
And honestly, it was like a breath of fresh air. It was like, oh, finally, like I don't have to call you at night. I don't have to like
oh my god, it's
figure
so
out
difficult.
what the time difference is and like when I can see you. It's like no, it actually was like a breath of fresh air. And then like even living here, it just kind of is like it could be anywhere. Like
you could be anywhere and like it's home because they're there.
Communication, exactly. Yeah, communication might be the hardest thing, but besides that, it's like it's just life. It's normal.
Yeah.
It's like the most surprising thing.
Not for me. For me, the first month was terrible.
So not for me.
It's true. It's because when I the first month I want to kill him. It's true. It was so difficult. He don't have a life order. I'm not the order person in the world, the best one, but he can sleep in whatever hour. So when I want to sleep, he want to be awake. He do noise. He saw a movie. He play. He move for the apartment, and I was crazy with that. The hour, the times was so different, because when I was in Peru, he speak with me all the night. For the change of the hour, so we have 7 hours the difference.
Wow.
So he passed all the night awake for speak with me, and he sleep in the mornings.
Oh wow.
And when I arrive here, I do my life normally. I sleep in the night, but for him, was a change. He want to be sleeping in the morning and awake in the night.
And there are so many things like that where it's like,
it was crazy.
you have to like beat him into shape.
It was crazy. So I start to put rules, and even I prepare my luggage. So much time.
I'm going home.
Even my dog was in my bag because I travel with my dog from Peru. So my dog saw the luggage outside in the corridor, and he go in the luggage for wait me like, okay, this time we go.
Oh my god, that is so funny.
So
Have you ever done that
many
before?
times.
Like, I don't know, I have had that moment where I get so angry and I'm like, I'm leaving, I'm buying my airplane ticket, and it's like, I know I'm not going to buy my airplane ticket, but it's just like, you get so angry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, the only time I felt that was, so we were here for a year and then we're moving to a new city, and the change, I feel like I'd already been through so much change, and I felt like it was just another thing in my body. It was like, you can't handle this.
Yeah.
No more change, please. And I was like, okay, I wasn't going to buy a ticket to go home. I was just like, I need something normal. I was like, I need to go home for a second.
Okay. Just to have some solid
home
ground.
being the United States.
Yeah.
Just that was like the only time where it's like, this has been so much. And it was like kind of hard because like, I think when you're in a relationship, you want to do everything together. And I felt like I would have been like abandoning my partner just because I was uncomfortable. So I was like, no, can't do that.
Yeah, get it. But this is really cool because you see like our relationships are different, but it still works. Like we're very happy.
Yes.
I think overall we're very happy. It's not perfect, but we were right about moving here. And I want to thank you guys so much for joining me on my little YouTube channel. And anything you want to say before we go?
Click to subscribe, follow. I always wanted to say that.
Click the subscribe button down below. And do not forget to like and comment. If you have any questions, please let me know. And I will see you soon in my next video.
Bye.